Hello. Today I've been practicing on my little scrapbook. I have to do little characters faded into the distance, and it's almost like a foggy day because I've got this like a haze. It's just like the colour is just blending down into nothing. And each one, if you look at them, each one, they're not that intricate. They're quite simple. It's just a bobble for an head. He's got a hat on, and we just come down with the shoulders into the body. On their own, they don't look too impressive, but when you've got a group of them like that, it looks really smashing. So let's have a go at doing those on this lesson. Right, firstly we're going to just sketch out very simply a couple of these little characters, and we're just going to put some very simple lines in just to guide us, because we want to let the paint do the stuff. So let's put this chap here with he's got a bit of a peaky blinder hat on. Yeah, so it's just, let's go like a triangle across there. Yeah, and I'm going to put his head, I'm going to put his nose sticking out a bit there, and just a little loop there for his chin and for his mouth. Now then, we're going to put a lot of people would just go straight away down for the back of your head, but people's heads, they seem to go back a little bit, they go in a little bit. And we'll put a little marker there for his top of his coat, and this guy's a little bit round shouldered. Now we all really bend in this way, unless we're a fitness bloke, and or maybe a soldier, where we're told to put our shoulders back and our chest forward. So that's a real simple way of doing him. And we'll put another chap walking out the back. And you know what? We won't give him a hat on. We'll put him just with a head. And it's just a bobble head. And there we go. His ear will be around about there. These two little fellas there are the star of our show. So to do those, I'm using, I tell you what, I'm going to use one of my cheapy brushes. I picked these up from the local hobby shop, little graduate ones, number 4, round, and they've got a lovely little point on these. I usually use my Skoda, but for this, because it's a small painting, we're going to use this. So we're going to start off with just some warm colours. I'm going to use a bit of let's put quite a browny colour together. Just make up in your own palette a little browny colour, and then the next palette to it, make up a colour which is quite bluey. It's got little blue notes to it. I'm going to do that. Ideally for that you could use a Payne's grey and a little bit of ultramarine blue. So we got these two colours mixed up. Oh, and we need to have a little bit of opera rose and a little bit of yellow, cadmium yellow, mixing with it to make a face. There we go. This is a face colour. A little bit fierce, that, isn't it? So I'm just going to get some water and add that water to that to lighten that up. See that? Let's zoom in a little bit, shall we? You have to excuse me, I'm doing this on my own. I can't afford to get these fancy videographers to work for me. So now I'm lifting some of this off. Yeah, and it'll just be about right, that now. Now, let's come back a bit. Okay, we got there. Now, the top part, no, with his coat, and add a little bit of this browny colour there. His top part is going to be, we'll have a dark colour there, and I'm allowing that to run down, and that is all meant to happen. Now I'm using some clean water from the bottom and push up, and you see this colour, it starts to run down, and I'm happy with that. Now I'm just going to lift out this bottom area. If you could, if you wanted to, you could use your handkerchief just to gently dab. Don't splodge it right in the middle, because you'll lift all that lovely pigment up. So that's enough for him. Now I thought that was a little bit on the face side, so I'm going to add a little bit more yellow to this now, to this face colour. Okay, that's a little bit better. Now I've only added the face colour to one side, because the other side I'm just going to add some water to, and it's going to make him a little bit lighter at one side. Now this is where we add that brown again. That brown down, it's like a reddy colour really, isn't it? And we could have a little bit of this dark colour if you want. But what I'm going to do now is lift off this big bead, because that's going to be problematic when we add some water. I'm going to add some water there now, and that's going to run down, hopefully to nothing. There we go. Now what we do, we'll let that dry. That's dried now. If you noticed, it's dried about 30% lighter, which is good for us, because that's what we want. Now the first jab, I'm going to emphasise that hat now by going to that dark colour, mixture of Payne's grey and a little bit of blue, and I'm going to just damp the underside of that so that comes down a little bit. I want this to be like casting some kind of a shadow. As it's running down too much, you just keep on lifting out and lifting out until you're happy and that flow is stopped. Now, his top of his coat, there you go. We're only going to add a little bit of this here now. There we go. There we go, that'll do for him. Oh, that paper's slipping down now. Okay, we're right there. And now this chap here, we're going to go back into that skin colour. I'm just going to add a little bit of colour there. And let's add just a blob under his eye socket. Now, with a damp brush, with a thirsty brush I should say, just lift off the bottom part. Just the bottom area, so that it's sharp at the top and soft at the bottom. It's gone from a found edge to a lost edge. And we can lift out the edge of that colour there, and just fetch it underneath his chin. There we go. Now we'll have a bit of dark colour here. And just soften the bottom of that bit of a painted area. Now what we can do, when people are they're the stars of the show, yeah, so we like to have those much more colourful. So So, but when people are in the distance, most of the colour vanishes. And depending on where we are standing, the heads will be at a different place. If we're standing at eye level, the heads will all be at around about the same place. It's just the bodies that will get smaller from the bottom. Yeah. Anyway, so we're just going to put a couple of blobs here. A couple of blobs, and we'll put his nose there. There you go. There. And we're going to bring this down. See, straight away he's in the distance, that fella, and he could be talking to his friend. There you go, he's saying, what do you do at the weekend? Oh, I did the gardening. Oh no, I ain't doing gardening. That kind of stuff. You know, stuff that men talk about. Because we're all butch. Anyway, ignore me, I'm going a little bit mad in my little office. So anyway, so here, and we bring it down to absolutely nothing. Yeah, so we've got a nice little group of people in the back. Let's put another one in, shall we? We'll put one with a hat on. Yeah, so he's got his flat cap on there. There we go. Go back, his neck, the neck goes back a bit, and the shoulders go round like that. It's just a little bit more realistic to where people really do, the way people really do stand, the posture. But as you can see, they're far away because two things. There's, firstly, there's no colour to them. Colour's faded away. And secondly, the bodies are a little bit higher up there. The heads are smaller and the bodies are a little bit higher up. You could imagine that their feet would be around about quite a little bit lower down. So that's as simple as that. Have a little practice, a little bit of fun, and drop me little comments, tell me how you got on, and thank you for watching.